6. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
All right. Good afternoon again, Trinidad and Tobago. I am back with you here on the Street 919 FM. As I said, I was trying to get a lawyer to talk to us about this situation, about these employers and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I may not be able to get that lawyer online. But we continue to have our discussion here on what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm really happy that I can have this discussion with you. And so much is continuing to be discussed and talked about all over Trinidad and Tobago. And the people are having their say on situations. And I hope that you are being a part of the solution and not the problem. Because there are a lot of people who are part of the problem and not the solution. And my thing is that we need to be part of the solution. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I really call to compliment you and appreciate what you have been doing for this pandemic, this year and some months. We thank you very much for the information you bring to us. It's very informative to keep ourselves safe, right? So we appreciate that. And also, Pastor Google, don't get down. You will times you will get down because the expression on the TV radio, and sometimes I know people throw your show off and you really want solutions, but don't let them get you down. You keep your focus, and you're a praying man, you're a man of God, and everything will be all right. I listened to you just now, and, that person bring a good solution, Pastor Google. If the health centers, right, have clinic dates for people to come, right, they could work with the Minister of Health or the vaccine crew and let them know who have mobilities, who have appointment with the clinic. And people could push a little extra hour and stay back and make some phone call and tell them, put people with the nail between what we're doing after something this morning, call people who have mobility and have appointment in the health center. Because that must bring a very good idea. Also Brooklyn come up with some fantastic ideas because, Pastor Google, this is a novel pandemic. It's new to everybody. So we have to look for solutions, right? And also, Pastor Google, that last thing, Precious Reed, with $2,000 for each citizen, recommended by that businessman. It's the business community, right, who the citizens spend so much money, will give the government some money to help them with that initiative he can come with. Will the business community give back some money to this country? Because as this country has been very good to these business people, the citizens have been spending their money by you all. You all keep raising food prices, and you all want the government to give you all money. So what the government will give the citizens who are struggling? Could the business community work with the government and put some money to help the government? Okay, Pastor Google, you have a nice day. Listen to your program and don't let nobody stress you.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. All right, so everybody want to continue to have the discussion about this, the rollout of the vaccines. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
I just calling to let you know, I'm calling from Centennial. So, my sisters, the four of them, they went to I woke up this morning and it took them about 25 minutes to get the injection. And they are back home now. Everything was smooth. Everything went very smooth. And they are J, so they got their execution.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google. Greetings.
Hi, good
In the
afternoon.
name of Jesus.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good, my dear. How are you? I like how you're maintaining your calm. I say, yes, he's in control. He is in control. And the devil is a liar. And he would not let anybody come and put him to his equilibrium out of whack. Now, my dear, pertaining to the vaccine rollout, I am happy that they are doing it in alphabetical order. And then you have people 60 and over with who under may be healthy, and those 60 and under who have comorbidities and so on. All Pastor Google, you see what the government is missing is resources. They don't have the resources. So my suggestion is call out retired doctors, nurses, these people, the Red Cross, right? The St. John ambulance. Call all these people so you can have maybe Sunday to Sunday where they can come and administer the vaccine. And that is what they need. They need all hands on deck. Because I saw in the newspaper where they were calling and advertising for people to come and volunteer. Right? Maybe people don't take it up. So what we can do now, appeal to retired doctors, nurses, as I said, St. John Ambulance, Red Cross, everybody, even in the Defense Force, because in the Defense Force, you have a section that deals with medical and so on. Call these people out so they can work Sunday to Sunday, because the nurses who are there and who are administering, I mean, they'll be on burnout. So we can't work them too much. So I have to call on people to come out and volunteer. These category of people, retired people, to come and help. That is what they need. So they can go Sunday to Sunday in alphabetical order and things will be nice. What it has shown me is that, Trinidad and Tobago, our watchwords are discipline, production, tolerance. And I am seeing among some of us, not all of us, a lot of indiscipline. And secondly, finally, there's somebody who spoke about the elders. When I see the elders being robbed of their pension, robbed and maimed and raped, I don't see these youth coming out and condemning their fellow youth citizens and saying, don't do that, stop it. No, but you have sympathy today about how the elders have to line up and what have you. But you're not coming and condemning when they're taking advantage and raping and maiming and stealing from them their pensions and so on. I want to hear those voices crying out the same way and condemning your fellow young people for doing the wrong things. Thank you, Pastor Google, and blessings. People are going to come forward. The retired nurses and doctors and so on, they're going to come and put their hands on and offer to the Ministry of Health. So this thing could run smoothly from Sunday to Sunday. That's how I see it. Thank you, my dearie, in alphabetical order. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Most of books are not playing good for you, I have your present for you. But I don't know your collecting it,
I'll collect it, man.
All right, God bless you.
How are you going otherwise?
I going good. There's only a little phone thing. I don't know about the problem here with I pay every time I pay again I bill for bigger money. Then I pay $620, but I didn't pay $20. $600 about $326 a month. Last month, the phone didn't work for a whole time. I should have called a long time. When I get to it in about 6 or 7 days, they send a bill for me for $900. I don't know what's really going on. It's just they're robbing me, Because you see, I really don't go and pay my son, so go and pay for money. He only tell me that everything fixed, it paid. And next thing, they cut. You know how long they did me that? And my son come and tell me about 6 months ago now. But I have a little partner, I sent him, and they give me hook up the phone, and then the bill come about 3 days ago. Right. I'd rather go and talk to them, because I really don't travel out, I will be home, because my wife did I lockdown, I don't know where to know. partner to boy to call, you understand?
Yeah.
I'm not calling and calling with no bacchanal.
Yes.
I'm not on that.
Well, what I would do, I would call you and we would discuss this situation.
You can talk about some driver with the credit summary. He must know me good if it's the same baby I know. We should play for a long time, you know?
Yes.
He have a kind of van, he's drive, but I don't know if he drive it, still have it, a blue and white. So he know me good. You see from, I see man from Uber, but he was a one little small van and thing, and you know, after you get big man, it's split up now. But it's good, man. So you go get one to me and we go arrange it.
All right, Daddy.
And if I just go in town in the bank and talk sweet, I could tell you where pass and meet me or something. You understand?
All right, Daddy.
Good.
All right, then. Have a good weekend.
All the time, man. I just call Saturday, me I'm glorious Saturday. When you tell me pray for me from that morning, that makes I make it glorious Saturday. So I just take me the communion, and that morning, every Saturday, I take my communion. Right? God bless you.
All right, Daddy. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hey, how you going, Mommy?
Yeah, I'm good. Now the opposition, everybody get a piece to talk about the arrangement with the vaccine. We had it first that to call and make appointments. The people said they couldn't manage or operate in WhatsApp call. As a representative of the opposition and all of them, they should have set up a station and help the people, rather than criticizing. And up to this time, I'm not hearing what they would have done to give the vaccine. They should say what they would have prepared to do, but they're not saying it. And a gentleman calling and talking, but they don't have enough vaccine in the country. Where are you going quite in country for? The country about? He has nurses here to give all 1,000 injections in one day. Where you think he would have gone and give somebody injections? The nurses have other work to do besides vaccines. They can't put all the nurses to give vaccines. So I don't know the utter nonsense they're talking about. When they used to be rushing to get things, it's the same thing. They used to go on in some way or the other. Okay?
All right.
The government trying to save people's lives, but they're contradicting it. Just all for politics. If I outmake, it could have, suppose not it worked. Suppose not the arrangement did work. What they would have said. Okay. Bye.
All right, Mommy. All right. The numbers again are 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391. Remember, you can join me on Facebook, Constructive Talk with Pastor Google, 342-0081 are the numbers, 771-1791. You can send your WhatsApp voice notes, and 466-5391. You can call that number. If you are on Facebook and on YouTube, you would see the numbers to call in. The numbers to call in are on the screen, so you can see the numbers to call in when you get your opportunity to log on to Facebook and on YouTube. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
I have a little solution to the problem.
Sure, let me hear you.
Let everybody make an appointment. And that will tell us who doesn't want to make an appointment means that they're not interested in getting the vaccine. What do you think? Work my appointment and you find that we won't have all these problems we have here.
Well, we had the appointment system going.
Yeah, but if...
We had the appointment where people would have called in and make the appointment. But what they're saying is that the elderly was saying that they don't have the access to call on WhatsApp or to make an appointment that way. So the elderly wanted a walk-in system. And that's why they would have developed the walk-in system.
No, everybody was saying, I don't want no injection, I don't want no vaccine.
But no, and again, that is why the discussion we're having really is as you were just pointing out, a solution to it. I didn't want to get into what people were saying, because anytime we started to talk like that, we would get flagged. We would not be able to be on YouTube and on Facebook. So we don't want to talk about what they were saying. We want to talk about what happened and how we can find a solution to it.
Yeah, well, And I think the solution is the appointment but I think I was blessed at the end of April. My neighbor, I'm 72, I'm born in 73. I like to talk my age too bad, because I'm feeling good and I'm looking good and I'm doing everything right. Yeah, my neighbor called. She said, "You want to go for vaccine?" I said, "Sure, why not?" And within 10 minutes, I was ready. I went to a hospital and I got my first jab. No problem, no pains, nothing. And now I'm waiting for my second. And I'm supposed to have an appointment again. But the chaos is the word, the bacchanal that happened 2 days ago. I want to feel the appointment is the best way to go. And who doesn't want to come? People must find a way of the elderly must find a way of getting someone to make a call for them. But in the beginning, the people were not interested, and now they realize the importance of it. This is what is creating the problem. So let's see what can happen. Trust in the Lord.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm all right.
An earlier caller said, if everything went well, they say nothing. When everything goes well, nobody says thanks, nobody says anything. I saw this somewhere. The good things you do, you never get credit. Make one mistake.
Oh,
Nobody
yes.
forgets it.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
You know what I saw it? A carpenter's toolbox. I saw it on.
Say it again for
and
us.
I always remember, the good things you do, you never get credit. Make one mistake. Nobody forgets it. Earlier on, when everything was fine, all the voices you're hearing now, none of them came out and say how good it was. None. Okay? Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Good morning, Pastor Google. I'm just wondering, these people who are advocating against taking the vaccine.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Pastor.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I hear you, man. I hear you.
You hear me where?
The talk show host is a talk show, so I call her. Make up your mind, That's the man. It's some good, man.
Not me and you now. That's my partner. That's my partner I call.
Yeah.
I don't know why you like too much bacchanal, boy.
You're following me. You feel I go follow you too? Watch me. The same story was in the beginning, so shall be in the end, That's how you start. Quality was you and Miss Maraval Warren. Pastor, it's simple. Just there we're going on. As I say, as I know that I talk show host there, I'm not pulling no rug under nobody for no one mistake. Right? Terence Yeltsin was doing good all along. All we have to do now is disseminate information, right? In a very general and proper way. You have electronic media, you have by Google here, you have by IWER, you have the gazetted papers. It's alphabetical order now, and it is disseminated in a proper way. 60 and over, itemize the dates, the time, and the amount, and the places that they will be given the jobs. So people will say that the people cannot say that they didn't know. You're covering all the grounds. Time, date, amount of vaccine that will be administrated, and the areas, places, health centers. That's all the government has to do from here on. And we'll deal with most of our problems. So, Pastor Boy, don't worry.
So wait, let me ask you this before you run away.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I hear you on evenings.
I want to ask you, only once you hear me, boy, and you're going all and all.
You just beat me over my head.
Okay, all right. Well, let me ask you this now, before you go. I want to ask you this question. You don't think that, and I'm asking this in all honesty, you don't think that it's time the government started to talk more about how they're going to, what are their plans to, they had the recovery. You don't think they need to really push that a little more?
Roadmap, yes.
The roadmap to recovery?
Yeah, Pastor, that's what I'm saying.
I think they need to, I personally believe, and I don't know if it could fall on the ears of the right people. But I think the PROs and the media people and the social media people for the government need to start to push the narrative and the discussion on their rollout, the recovery, the roadmap to recovery.
Hey, Pastor Google, I have been saying the Achilles heel of the PNM is information, disseminating the good work. They will make mistakes along the way. Nobody is infallible. So I ain't going to pull no rock. That's what they need to buck up on that. They can't just wait for Dr. Rowley voice alone. Right? The pension issue was last month. Now it's this vaccine now. Because of lack of proper information. Hey, Pastor, before I go, I see a UNC partner resurface the night before, boy. He come out to eat a banker, boy. So I hope you have him one soon.
Who's that?
Your UNC partner who you had one, boy. Vassan, boy. Vassan gave back his voice. What? Vassan with the usual suspects. Mariano Brown, Sujo and Sajawan Ali, and there's only licked them, but morning, noon, and night. So he back eat a banker is over. So when you're ready, you can get him one, man. I like him, man.
All right, I will talk with him and see.
Yeah, brother.
All right. So again, if you're joining me on YouTube and on Facebook, you're going to see the phone numbers on the screen. All right. So the numbers are, the WhatsApp number is 771-1791. The numbers you can call to get on air. The on-air numbers are 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, and 466-5391. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, the appointment system via the phone, it crashed. People was not getting through with that appointment system. And all the thousands of people that came out for vaccination, it's not that they so much in love with the government and they following the rules of the government. The people are seeing double-digit death figures every day and hundreds of infections. That's why all these people came out to get a vaccination. And a lot of the blame is being put on the people. But the information they got, is that what they were working on? Okay, let me take yesterday, for instance. We have a set of elderly people who go to get vaccination. They say 100 people are going to be vaccinated. Lo and behold, they're telling people 50 of them getting vaccinated, and the rest of the people have to move away and go away. So you see what is happening? You can't be blaming the people, or the authorities need to be taking the blame. And in some first world countries, you see the Minister of Health, he should have already tendered his resignation and stepped down long time.
Don't come off the phone, eh? Don't come off the phone. Do you know that in some first world countries it was worse than this?
It was worse than we here?
Yeah.
What could be worse than Trinidad right now?
You see?
Right
That's it. Wait. No. We can't talk together. I'll allow you to make your point, and now I am trying to say something, and you're shouting over me. I am saying to you, you are referring people. You have the naysayers who saying, don't refer me to the first world state, the first world countries. I am now saying to you, sir, you now bring up the first world countries, and I'm now referring to you that there are first world countries who have had worse than what you're seeing in Trinidad and Tobago. There are first world countries, if you look, and there are videos and there are pictures of people who were going for the vaccines at some first world countries, and it is worse than what you're seeing here. All right? So don't say that nowhere else can be worse than Trinidad and Tobago. There were instances, other parts of the world, that they were worse than. And nobody is the minister didn't put his head, didn't say, well, I didn't, that he took responsibility for what happened. And he apologized. You are not hearing the apology, you know. All of you who want to criticize and condemn and cuss, I don't have a problem with that. You could criticize, you could say all what you have to say, but at the end of the day, he did something that a lot of other politicians in this country never did, which was apologize. And it just says to me that there are some of you who don't accept apologies. And some of you think that you all are perfect and you will never do anything wrong. That is the problem with some of you. You all believe that you all could do no wrong. Well, let me wake you up. You're not perfect. And you just do worse than. All right. You ain't no saint. And when you're running on radio and on TV and wherever to condemn, it's half of you all be talking about when one finger point at you, how much more pointing back? When you're pointing a finger at somebody, I want to show a video. I think I want to show a video. I think I need to take a little break. Because like Central come to try to, I don't know what clearly you have an issue and I hear you. So I want to show you all a video. Join me on Facebook and on YouTube. I have a video here I need to show you guys. I don't think it's a, I think it's a test run of what the military, and just yesterday, Mr. Brooklyn, this Mr. Toronto, the caller from Sandy Grande, and everybody was asking, when we looked at what they were doing in America, we said we need to come up with a plan. We need to find a new way, a new strategy of doing this thing. And the military, I was the one who said, why the military don't come up with a plan of how we can do this. All right? I remember seeing it. I played it yesterday of what was going on in America. And how one of the military persons in America would have come up with a plan. And the president of America, Joe Biden, and the vice president, Ms. Kamala, they were commending and saying to him that he came up with a brilliant idea and they are going to use it in different states. And I sat down here and I was saying that somebody from the military, somebody from IWER, somebody from COSTAT, somebody from all our higher learning institutions could sit down and come up with a plan. All right? So they did come up with a plan actually, and they did a test run with the plan. And if you want to see the test run on the plan that they did, you can join me on Facebook and on YouTube now, and you'll see it. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, afternoon.
Yes, sir.
You know what I have a little concern with? Tell me something. Dr. Rouse today said that there are approximately 215 senior citizens, 215,000 senior citizens, right? The invitation to the public to be vaccinated went out to over 6 days and under 6 days with comorbidities. She said there's 215,000 over 60, right?
Okay.
So it means that approximately 300,000 people plus were invited to come to be vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think 215 plus whatever was under 60.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, and I stand to be corrected, I understand there were just about 37,000 doses of the vaccine for public vaccination. How that math working out, Dr. Coco?
How much you said?
37,000 were available to give to the public. I stand to be corrected. Out of the 100,000, after they allocate to the different groupings and so on, I stand to be corrected. I understand there were about 37,000 doses of the vaccine to give out to the public. And I stand to be corrected, but you need to check that out.
I think it might be wrong. I have the figures here, or have the minister giving out the figures here. So I will check. I will play it back, and I do think that is what I do think that those figures that you giving is right.
In any case, check to see if the amount of people invited were less than the amount of available doses, which was greater and which was better.
All right, we can check that out. Well, I don't think that they would. I don't think that a person will make that kind of. I hear you, caller. I hear you.
All right.
I hear you. But I don't think that they will make such a That's a big graph difference you're talking about there, you know.
Well, like I say, it's worth checking out because over 300,000 members of the public that you're inviting to be vaccinated. And you need to look at...
No, the figures that you're giving, that the gentleman gave, where he got his figures from?
Dr. Rouse gave us figure of 215.
Where he got that from?
She got that, Dr. Jennifer Rouse. She worked in the Ministry of the Age.
But no, she used to work there.
Yeah, but right.
So it means that whoever is working there now would have the up-to-date figures.
Exactly. And
the figures that they may have may not be the figures that she have.
Right. So and what she has been saying all the years when she was working there is that the ratio of the population in Trinidad and Tobago, you have more and more people. You have a greater percent of the population over 60. It was increasing. So if when she left, it was 215,000. It has to be more than that now.
And you must be not. It don't have to be, caller. It don't have to be. It could be less. You might be surprised. It might be surprised. Trust me. But I'm going to play the minister now. I'm going to play the minister now for the figures, so that your. Let's see. I don't think that is a real big graph you're talking about there. To me, I could be wrong. All right, thank you.
We'll check the figures.
All right.
The numbers I'm going to call are the current numbers based on what we have in stock now. The AstraZeneca vaccines, as the Honorable Prime Minister said, we have currently 144,200, and we expect another 33,600. That will take us up to a committed amount of 177,800 doses. It means, therefore, we can fully vaccinate, divide by 2, 88,900 persons, and we are aiming to do this by mid-July. The second dose of AstraZeneca vaccine delivery starts on Monday, as you know.
All right, so that's the figures, caller. All right, that's the figures. And let me see if there's anything else he said here.
The other brand, which is equally as good, the Sinopharm, the 100,000 gift. Initially, we were going to deliver 50,000 and hold back 50,000 for the second shot. Because now we have an expected regular supply, we are going to be using all 100,000. So that means you can vaccinate now 50,000 persons fully. So therefore, with these two initiatives, we will be able to vaccinate fully 138,900 persons by July. That will change with each new shipment that we get in. So we do expect, as the Honorable Prime Minister has said, a commercial shipment of vaccines this week. So those numbers will be layered on top of that. What is the strategy we are going to pursue? We are setting up.
All right. Okay, getting ready to go for a break in a short bit. But I want to show you all the test run of the vaccine site that the military are doing. All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, before I go on, have you heard anything from Gemma since?
Yeah, I spoke with her twice.
Oh, so she's okay?
Yeah, she's doing all right.
All right. What I want you to do, too, if you talk to her again, give her my number. I really want to talk with her and hear how she's going.
Okay.
Pastor Google, this country here, Mr. Manning used to say it's a difficult country to run in. Oh, God, I never meet a people mischievous so. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. We never had a pandemic here in our lifetime. So people, all your healthy minister, cope now. Let's try and cope now. And we know everybody can get a vaccine. They're giving regulations as to who to come. All they take all the time now. I feel they have to go back. Yes, the alphabetical order is very good, but they have to go back to it a group every day. But what they have to do, they're going to have to let people call. Cut out after, if it's only 50 all they could give in every health center, cut off after that for the registration. Because the more they, no matter what they try to do, people go rush the centers. And you know what? I thanking Dr. Rowley for giving them that incentive. Because from the last talk, last week Saturday, everybody get excited. They want to get vaccination. You understand? I thank him for having such a powerful influence. Thank you, Dr. Rowley. Your only hiccup is that we need the vaccines. And pray God that you will get the amount that you desire from where they're making the vaccines. So people all take all the time, vaccines they're making here. Thank you, Google.
All right. All right, so I want to, as I said, I want to play the video of what the military, what they're doing to, they're doing their rollout, but it's a trial run, and I wanted to join me on Facebook and on YouTube for you to see what the trial run is going to look like. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Gogo.
Mommy.
Good afternoon to you.
Share the live.
Share the live. You will share Get More Share Live tomorrow. Pastor Gogo, I just spoke with my sister a while ago. She told me she went and Point to collect schools yesterday and already, signed up and everything. And they told them to wait until 2:30, and they waited. And then she said next when they come out until then they only give out 50 vaccines. Hello?
50?
Yeah, 50 they give out.
Right.
Pastor Google, I want to say something, and I think it's supposed to be stopped. Pastor Google, when I went to get my vaccine, right, this week I told her I went on putting it, I did not get it, right? Pastor Google, I sat there very early in the morning. I reached about like 5:30. And what I noticed, people work, I'm talking about in Coroner's, my experience, people working in the Coroner's Health Center have relatives or friends, whoever, come in. So they go in and they go to sit outside there, and then some of them come out and give them a list to write. So people been there already, right? They don't know, but I observe it, and I mentioned it to one of the girls. I said, that is what you're all doing. I said, so look at how many people come there and they have to wait, right? I said, they only just have like friends and colleagues and whatnot coming and they walking in. So I think this is the same problem causing this, you understand me? Because why is you out there waiting, Pastor Google, right? You waiting. You don't know what I observed it, and I told her about it. I said, because it's unfair that people come here so early and they have to wait, and people, that is what's going on. People know, like, I have my friend, whoever, come down here, you're going to get it. And I think that is what's taking place in a lot of your centers. And Pastor Google, you see the things we're giving out like A and B, that would not work at all. It would not work because A, it have Alexander, have Alexis. You know how much A's it have? They have to do a little much better than that. What I think they can do, Pastor Google, 7 days a week, you understand me? Let's say they give 3 days for the elderly, and 4 days again, like, they put it in different bags. So the elderly must not come. You have the 3 days for elderly, and the 4 days after the elderly take their own, they try to work up at it. That might probably help, because see this thing given out by alphabet, that wouldn't work at all, Pastor Google. And I say again, they must stop it. You cannot be waiting in a health center so early, and you have your friends or your colleagues calling you, I reach outside. Okay, just walk in. Will you bring out a paper for those who come in and waiting outside there? No, that wouldn't work at all, Pastor Google. You have a good one.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, so we're getting ready to go for a break and come back. And when we come back, I'm going to show you the video with what the military has a plan. And I'm going to show you the plan. All right, so those of you who are listening to me on Facebook and on YouTube, if you're not listening to me on Facebook or on YouTube, and you're just listening to me on your radio home, join me on YouTube on your big screen TV home, and join me on Facebook on the Street 919 FM. And I'm going to show you what the military of Trinidad and Tobago, how they plan to roll out, or what are their suggestions of how we can do a drive-in vaccine.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Is it all right if I give you some Caribbean reggae music? Worship this afternoon. Well, everybody just dance with you right now. We are to magnify the name of Jesus. The song goes like this. Watch it. Look. So we stand and lift up our hands. Hey, for the joy of the Lord is my strength. Hey, so we bow down, worship Him now. How great, how awesome is everybody? Help me say, we say. So we say. Give us some music again, please now. Right now where you are, in your homes, just begin to worship the name of Jesus. The song, love, we say. So we stand and lift up our hands. Lift it up, lift it up. For the joy of the Lord is our strength. We bow down and worship Him now. How great and awesome is everybody. Help me say, we stand and lift up our hands. For the joy of the Lord is our strength. Hey, we bow down and worship Him now. How great, how awesome. Say, holy is the Lord, God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory. Say, holy is the Lord, God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory. Say, holy is the Lord, God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory. Say, holy is the Lord, God Almighty. Say, the earth is filled with the earth is filled with glory. The earth is filled with His glory. Hey, the earth is filled with His glory. The earth is filled. One more time. The earth is filled with His glory. The earth Hallelujah.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and 5th Street South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real, get that perfect smile. Beauty's in every aisle to take care of your body. We have all you need to stay healthy. Yeah, Pennywise. More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love. fight bacteria with C's Cleaning Supplies. Made locally, superior quality, a family brand you can't deny. Detergents formulated to be better. Fabric softeners make laundry the brighter. All sanitizers are multi-purpose. So spend your pennies with a purpose.
Z's Cleaning Supplies is the new trusted brand for household cleaning. Visit us on Facebook and Instagram at Z's Cleaning Supplies. Place an order by calling us on 340-4610.
We love you. Only enjoy the rest of the show. We was here. Don't forget, on the 13th of June, Island Blacks is going to be in IWER family. On the 13th of June, all the man done that date. IWER George and Blacks will be featured on the 13th of June in IWER family. I want everybody to be there.
The man himself and his friends are inviting you to behave bad. IWER George and friends will be live in concert. All this is going down June 13th. Don't forget the date, 2 p.m. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Come on early. Location will be announced day before. Tickets, www.stagegonebad.eventbrite.com. Get your tickets early.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359.
Or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth. And prevention is always better than medication.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled ONEIL, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the house of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Let's go and take that one.
Yeah.
Say, oh, I didn't want you. Father will provide. Jesus will supply. Good Lord, more than enough. More than enough. My Jesus will supply. And when my cup of them empty, Jesus will provide. Badang, in the presence of my enemy. See, remix, watch it. Corona in my country, Jesus will provide. So when me don't have nothing, me no worry. Jesus will always provide for me, cause Jesus will provide. Jesus will provide. And when my cup of them empty, Jesus will provide.
All right, Jesus will provide. Mr. Jaron Nurse, back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. Join me on Facebook. Join me on YouTube now. We're going to be talking about the plan. A plan that the regiment, I think it's the army. Let me see who it was. I want to give you the right information. All right, so maybe the Ministry of National Security. All right. Yes, so I'm going to show you what they came up with. All right. Join me on Facebook and on YouTube now. And I'm going to show you what the Army, I think it is the Army, came up with. So join me on YouTube, IWER TV. Join me on the Street 919 FM on Facebook. All right. I'm going to show you the video now. I know most of you have been waiting long enough to see this video. So allow me to show you the video of what they came up with. All right. So if you go on now to Facebook and on YouTube, you're going to see the video. I'm posting out the video now. So if you go onto Facebook and on YouTube, you're going to see it. And you're going to tell me what is your thoughts about it. All right. You're going to take some calls on this. All right. So I'm going to take some calls on this today. My last and final hour with you. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to look at it and tell me what are your thoughts. There's an audio that goes with the video. So if you come onto YouTube and on Facebook now, I am lining it up so you can see it. Come on Facebook, come on YouTube, and share the live as you come on. So as you're sharing the live, I want people to tell me what are their thoughts. All right? So if you go onto Facebook, go onto YouTube now, you share the live and tell me what are your thoughts about this initiative. It's a plan that they're trying to roll out by the military. So go onto Facebook and then YouTube now and share the live.
Share the live, share the live. Everybody just share the live. All on Facebook, share the live. All on IG, share the live. Share the live.
So here we have the vaccination process. Persons are screened by the gate by the sentry. Then if allowed to come in, they will proceed along this line to line up to approach the tent for their vaccine. So once they get in line, they will be directed to a tent. Where they will then receive their vaccine. So we have here the vaccination process. We have Dr. Dowlat who's actually drawing the vaccine from the vial, preparing it to be injected. Corporal Jones is doing the administration. We're writing up the forms and the cards. Right? And our vaccine is administered. The patient is counseled about the waiting time, which is 20 minutes. And then they proceed to the waiting area.
Okay. All right. So that's the military rolling out their vaccine plan. What are your thoughts about it? What are your thoughts about it? What are your thoughts about it? 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391. All right. So you can call me and tell me what are your thoughts. I'm going to play it one more time.
Right, so here we have the vaccination process. Persons are screened by the gate by the sentry. Then if allowed to come in, they will proceed along this line to line up to approach the tent for their vaccine. And so once they get in line, they will be directed to a tent. Where they will then receive their vaccine. So we have here the vaccination process. We have Dr. Dowlat who's actually drawing the vaccine from the vial, preparing it to be injected. Corporal Jones is doing the administration. We're writing up the forms and the cards. Right? And our vaccine is administered. The patient is counseled about the waiting time, which is 20 minutes. And then they proceed to the waiting area.
All right. right, so tell me what are your thoughts. I'm going to go to the phone lines for you to tell me what your thoughts about it. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon. I love it. You see, people don't know in Trinidad and Tobago, the Army, they are accustomed to administering injections and vaccines and so on, you know. So I am happy. So if we could use the same alphabetical order, you have this century screening. So if your name falls between A to E, then you proceed to get your vaccine, and you have the personnel writing up at doing the administration work, and you have the doctor administering. So I love it. So they need all hands on deck. So the Army personnel down there are accustomed to this. They have a medical team down there. Because I have family and friends who in the Army, and they have told me this. So I am happy. That could help along with, the other Ministry of Health personnel. And things will work well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google?
Uh-huh.
You're looking good. Yeah, they're tweeting it.
Yeah.
And Pastor Google, all I observe, right? After they get the vaccine from the doctor there, right? Under the tent, right?
Yes.
And they drive off and he tell them park.
Yes.
Will there be somebody monitoring that person to stay for the 20 minutes?
Yeah, I believe there are.
Okay, good. But Pastor Google, Brooklyn really come up with that good suggestion, eh?
Yes.
And on your program.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. You see your program are very informative. You're helping Trinidad and Tobago, brother. Right? And Dr. Rowley and the government should. I hope they have people listening because Pastor Google, you see what you have discussed with the road to recovery?
Yes.
That is a serious discussion.
Yeah.
And I'll leave you a voice note.
Okay.
Pastor Google?
Yes.
That you are here at the time there with that discussion. Okay.
Thank you very much. And I think that the government need to send out people. I don't mind bringing somebody on my program to discuss the recovery and the road to recovery. I think this is the time that we need to, this is the way, and as Mr. Sandy Grandy said, I think this is one of the ways of giving people some sort of hope also. People who may not have the spiritual connection of hope, hearing and sitting and questioning and being able to digest the full understanding of the recovery, the road to recovery. Start the discussion now. Start to inform the people now, so that that whole wait. Why wait? Start the talk now. Get it into people's psyche now, so that and allow people to question people on it and debate on it and fully flush it out, so that the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago would be on the same page. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. And it wasn't, and I am saying that if Mr. Manning had paced this country, all over this country, with that vision properly, on radio, on TV, on billboards, all over Trinidad and Tobago, building a mindset to prepare for our 2020 vision. You think that would have been derailed? It would not have been derailed. And I'm saying to this government, one of your biggest downfall is communication. Because you have a road to recovery plan, and you are waiting to tell us about it when. Yes, it have been, and I want to say this, yes, it has been a part of the budget discussion, the last budget we had, because I don't know about it to say Google misinforming the listeners and he not saying the total truth. I remember, I am one of the announcers who will be fair to say that yes, they have been discussing it. Yes, it was in the budget. But how much of it could you remember now? Let's be real. How much of that recovery, the road to recovery discussion, could you remember? Not much. And I'm not going to fool myself. The reality of it is that the only way my son could know his maths is if you consistently sit with him and tell him 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 1 is 2. If you keep practicing telling people what it is we're going to do to bring back the country to our root. Look, we need to know how we're going to build back the tourism. How we're going to build back the tourism in Trinidad and Tobago. So maybe that's just a discussion I think that we need to do. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, dear Reverend and Brother Pastor Google, Mr. Tabakit in the house.
Yes, Mr. Tabakit.
Look, normally, I stick to editorial, which I would do. Now, let me just touch on what you're talking about, and I'll go to the video. And my brother, you are so correct. You see, when you're dealing with communication specialists in terms of a PR, let me repeat this for the people, communication specialists, and the person who is in charge of communication, that will be the person responsible. Now, I know that was a team led by Basan Barat, Winston Dukaran. You had Fields, you had the technocrats and all these people. And you are correct, that committee is in place. So what they shouldn't reinvent the wheel. You already have the technocrats, you have all the people there. You have the Ministry of Information. You have Channel 4. A government have, and which you would know, in law, government can use every station in law. I think it's 10 minutes, you will know. Every station supposed to carry government ad. That is within the law. So I'm saying since it is law, I am saying what they should do, and I'm just strengthening your point. The communication specialists in terms of the PR, they will now have to dust out the file and the person who they have. So which means they must have a communication specialist in that recovery team. That is the person now will now have to report back to the Prime Minister and the government and say, you know what, we have not been making this public because we now hearing the people want to taste and see. That's my opinion on that. Let me come back to the vaccine. Now, I want to say that model, what the Army personnel is doing, I think it's a good one. They should call in the head of the Army and discuss it. I also want to add 2 cents to that. Now, every 5 years, every 3 years for the election has been run smoothly in terms of electoral district. So I feel what they should do together with the Army, and this is how you have the polling card and you have the polling division. Let's say if you live in Tabakit, you have 3255, you know you're voting by the Hindu school and everybody going there, and by 6 o'clock they could tally everything and it's been done well. I am saying what they should do now, work with the EBC. Because right now schools is not functioning and 99.9% of the voting booths is in school. And it's government run. So I am saying if that model is working so successful for election, why not use that same model to distribute the vaccine? And your problems are there. Because you remember everybody just get their polling card, and even though they don't get it, when you get there, they make a card for you. So if we have such model already here, and it's working, why not contact the EBC? Use that same model they use on the day of voting together with the Army personnel, and to me, bingo, your problem solved. Now, let me tell you, you don't need a rocket scientist to tell you what to do. And this is not to say disrespecting anybody, but I will always say sometimes we put square pegs in round hole. And sometimes we have to call a spade a spade. This is not attacking because we're looking for solution the way forward. So I am saying, dear Pastor, to tap in again to your editorial, I feel let us use that model have been used via EBC, via election in the polling district. We never had a problem with it. And I'm saying if that model have worked, they should use that same model to vaccinate people. Tabak it out now. Thank you, Pastor.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google. I hear you talking about the roadmap to recovery. But if you don't have any plans, what you going to tell
They have a plan, Mr. The roadmap to recovery was laid in the parliament.
Well, last year, they didn't say anything.
Well, that is what I'm saying. So listen to me. That is what I'm saying. I'm saying to them that they need to come out and tell the country a little more and inform us some more so that people like you would not say that we don't have a plan.
They don't have nothing to say.
So then, wait, just now. You saying they don't have anything to say because you are not informed.
They have nothing to say when I come out and say it. They have nothing to say.
So what they laid in the parliament, sir?
What they laid is just old talk.
Well, all right. Well, then if you say that nothing to say, well, then it's old talk. Give me the old talk then. Give us the old talk, Mr. Central. Give us the old talk. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my pastor again, my pastor Central, and I just got to ask him. Pastor, what you said about the roadmap to recovery. So what Central saying? He again see the people who was on the committee like Bassan Barras.
No, what he's saying is that, you see, and that is what's saying that the government, you see why the government needs to come out and talk more about it? Because you have the naysayers like them who saying that they don't have a plan.
Well, I think
we know that they have a plan. We know that the plan can work. We know that there are other people who are suggesting other plans because it appears as though they don't have a plan. Come out with the plan.
It was a bipartisan and a nationalistic roadmap to recovery.
Yes.
Head by Professor Jerry Brooks.
Thank
and
you.
It has to be spoken about, as you say, and the sooner it is done, while this rollout is going after this pandemic is past and people are vaccinated, it's very important. PNM, Achilles heel as I told you, is information, disseminating that. And it's called repetition. And Pastor Google, the more you hear something, that is why the 2020 vision was scuttled. And now there's a 2030. And we have gone back 30 years.
And let me ask you this again. And this I'm just saying something. And I know that there are people who are vexed at me because I'm saying this. But the reality is, listen to me. If I am to tell you, if I am to sit here and say to you, I could tell you 2 things or 5 things from the 2030 vision, I would be lying to you. Because it is not paramount and foremost in my face. If I want to know, I will go and research it. I will go and dig it up. I'll go and Google it. But come on, how much of that is in your face when you're driving down the highway? It's on a billboard or it's on the state media. How much of it are we aware of?
Yeah, Pastor, you are right. Now, as I say, this pandemic hit the country and the world by storm. And we will be over by this with God's grace by September. And as I say, it's a new administration in power. It's not even a year yet. August will be a year. Right? And these things need to be disseminated in a repetitious way to the people.
Yes.
Because Mr. Manning had up the billboards wrong the Savannah,
But I'm telling you, repetition is what is going to win.
But what happened? He was relying on billboards. Why they had Anna Robertson on stations fighting along the 20th division and they called that issue. So what the PNM are saying is, I tell PNM have 2 problems. One of the major problems that I continue to say is information. Just like the simple rollout here. Just itemize, you have radio stations, you have programs that they could disseminate the information. There's a communication minister and you itemize. I'm hoping tomorrow in the press conference, they will have a press conference tomorrow that the government come forth with a plan to lay out information from now of this vaccine rollout to September. Pastor,
and I hope so. Just like how you hope so, I hope so too. Let me tell you something, eh?
Yeah, Pastor.
If you don't want to use my program, you have Sharon Felix program. If you don't want to use Sharon Felix program, you have so much other programs.
You want to tell you something? You want to tell you something that the great Umbala Joseph said. right, one of the downfalls of Mr. Manning, slight to him and his son and people, that a lot of the time, PNM don't know who their friends are. And Mr. Manning didn't know who his friends are.
Well, apparently, let me tell you, and while you're saying that...
I'll not forget when Mr. Umbala said that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, and the reality of it is, what you're saying is very true, and I'll put this to you also. I will say this, while you're saying that, I will say this too. The simple way, look at what happened with the Attorney General this week.
Yeah, you spoke about that.
And let me tell you something now. The media house that...
But are your friend?
No, that... Have a good afternoon.
When you see this, call it Pastor Google. Pastor, you see, as I see, PNM had to stop trying to buy affection and realize who their friends are. You know what? You know what a downfall is supposed to teach you? What it taught me when I fell? PNM has fell the last time. Your downfall is supposed to teach you who are your true friends. So you will stop buying affection. People can't take my head again.
How could, now, I'd have a problem with you giving information to everybody, eh? That is the prerogative and the right of every government, right? But I'll tell you something. You really feel, I remember when the UNC won the election, they made it very abundantly clear that media houses that did not support them will not eat.
Tony Lee and them suffer that. That's why I just laugh at people now. If you try, they just forget quick. All of them were starved, and the cabal took over. But I will leave and say, Pastor Google, it's simple, you know. You see, you know who I got a lot of respect for in this last regime here? She was on a Saturday program. And I see people like that, my heart just go to them. She slaps she hands in like how we grandmother and mother used to do it, in a very passionate way. That is a Shaki from Tobago, the sports minister. What I want for myself, I want for my people for Tobago. Same thing I want for myself, I want for my people for Tobago, and that is betterment. And PNM, I don't understand that. At the end of the day, buying affection will last.
Thank you.
You gotta know who your friends are.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I know that a lot of people are upset with what is being said, but it is the fact. How could you defend it? How could you stand up for it? The map to recovery, and you're not seeing it, you're not hearing it as prominent as it's supposed to be. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor. You hear me right?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, in all fairness, while there's a lot of truth in what you're saying with the PNM disseminating information, the fact remains that whenever the PNM is in government, the media is not as friendly, even in opposition, but mainly in government, because as a government, you're doing things. And the person who's doing things, you want to hear from too. Well, most of the times, look like Kelvin Ramnaran, if I have his name right. He's not the energy minister. But most times when you have to pronounce on something in the energy sector, it's not the minister of energy, the same.
Yeah, but let me tell you this. Yeah, but when we in this media house, reaching out to you to get the information fast, like how they reaching out to Kelvin Ramnaran, when we reaching out to you to get the information, that's my discussion, you know. Me talking about the other media houses, you know. I'm talking about here. I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about for nobody. I can't talk for nobody else. I can talk for here. You see, this media house, when I want to talk to the Attorney General about some of the litigations that the UNC have brought before the court to stop the rollout of to save my life, I can't get you.
Nice.
Right? When I want to and that's like how you say it, Kelvin Ramnaran is being sourced because when I'm trying to reach out to the minister, you're not being accessible. What am I supposed to do?
All right, I went out here on behalf of this station.
And it's this station you does be boasting about for people to listen to get the facts.
Yeah, that's part of the problem too.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Make this more available because I heard a caller who normally don't really talk much sense made that point, and it was true. that all of the stations seems to might look like favor the government, but really favor the truth. The ministers, they say them all over the place, except here.
You
understand? But going on to Mr. Tabaki made an excellent point too. What we have to remember, Mr. Tabaki, is that we don't have all that vaccination. And how much health centers are we using right now? About 9? Right? So the minister said anytime they get the surplus of vaccines by August.
They will start to do mobile,
including mobile.
Yeah, mobile and all the other stuff.
Right? So the problem we have right now is not so much that our health centers are inadequate to deal with what we have to deal with, but misinformed people.
Yeah, man.
You understand? And one more thing. The government, while it might not announce a plan, if you notice what they're doing last weekend, they started to vaccinate certain sectors of the community, like the manufacturing sector. You had to start there because...
I hear you, caller. I hope you understand what I'm saying to you. I am saying to you, the road of recovery. Let me tell you something. And I just said, there are people who need some sort of hope. You know what I'm saying to you? There are people, let me tell you, I'm glad you're on the phone line. Let me tell you how some people grabbing hold of anything that come out there. There is a post on social media where they're looking for people to go and pick apples, right? In Canada. You know, I open up that page just to see how much people apply. You know what people apply already, brother? Close to 15,000 people at the age of 18 to 45 apply to go and pick apple because they don't believe that there's any jobs or hope here. You know what I'm saying to you?
From that point of view, I can understand what you're saying.
And that's what I'm telling you. You need to come out and tell people you don't need to go anywhere. There is hope right home here. There is hope home here, but how could I give you that hope if I don't know what to say?
I hear you, Pastor. That's why I call you Google.
Yeah, my brother. Thanks very much, man.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon. Pastor Google, you ever hear about political surrogates?
Political what?
Surrogates.
Uh-huh.
You ever hear about those people?
Yeah.
I think the parent needs to recruit at all levels of the society.
Yes.
And give them messages to be able to discuss and put outside there. That is what they need to do.
And let me tell you that, and you see, for the people who hear what you're saying, but may not understand what you're saying, you know what you're saying, basically, hear what you're saying. Look for people at all stratas of life. The grown man, the man who could talk green verbs, the man who could talk up to the doctorate level, the man who could talk in the middle, the pastor, the imam, the everybody.
The mechanic.
Everybody. Get them to understand your roadmap to the recovery of Trinidad and Tobago and let me run with it.
Yeah, and pull them in every 3 months, refresh them, right? Debrief them, refresh them, give them more information and set them back outside.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's all.
And how, you see, my thing is my passion for it, you know why I want to drive home this point so much, is that I'm looking at social media and some of the things that are out there. I don't know if these people watching it, but to pick apple, people, and watching and they're making it real glamorous, but all again is 2,050 Canadian dollars, you know.
Okay.
2,000, and they're telling you how much your salary is up front.
It's short-term employment.
Yeah, short-term employment, you know. But they're telling you how much your salary is up front. 2,005.
Yeah.
We getting your accommodation, you're getting food. And we looking for people to pick, we looking for people to package, and when you go on the site, brother, all our young people are gravitating to that.
Yeah. But and we have package plans that the government open up here that could start keeping people here and getting them employed the same way.
Thank you.
We need to hear about that, because I know, for instance, there are a lot of people in Tobago who do a lot of farming. They have a lot of chattel or cottage industries, and they're actually looking for markets.
Oh.
Google, you know something? You know what we should do? I shouldn't say we know, but what should be done? We could invite Google and eBay to set up a Caribbean system here in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
And let me start using Google and eBay to move goods around the Caribbean area.
Of course. We could create, and right? why we can't use our young people to create an Amazon site?
Yeah.
For Trinidad and Tobago.
Some of them do it, but we don't have an Amazon. Bezos has set up an Amazon office yet in the Caribbean.
Thank you. Why we can't be the first?
Yeah. We need to go on. We need to go and represent us and talk to them and say, hey, it doesn't matter what country you set it up in, but set it up in the Caribbean and know that we are a staging point for ourselves and for other people.
Thank you very much, caller.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Google.
Hi.
I just want to say hallelujah, amen, to all that you say and to the last set of callers. Hallelujah, amen. I preach that on a daily basis on different radio stations. The PR of the PNM. I'm tired quarrel with them for that. Thank you. Hallelujah, amen. I'll go.
All right. No, I being honest, I am being honest and straightforward. I sit and I watch social media. There's another website, there's another site I saw where they were taking something they were looking for people to do. And I am like, what? Look at how people rushing these things. And you know what? They're showing you blatantly all the people who are applying, your name, everything is out there. Boy, hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Google.
Good afternoon, sir.
I endorse every thing that is going on in this evening program concerning the recovery and vaccine and everything. But here what's going on, Pastor Google. We have eyes to see and ears to hear.
Yeah.
Just as I endorse everything I know, but the PNM public relations is in a real junk. I give it 1 out of 10, and if you was watching, you know. Because really and truly, it's information to the people, will make the people understand what is going on.
Let me tell you something. It's not just make them understand what's going on, eh? I want to put this study to the authorities. It wouldn't just make them understand what's going on, no. It will make them have hope to believe that, hey, all is not lost.
Because, Pastor Google, reality is 2 years to make this thing look as normal as how it was before 2019.
Okay.
The jump high, jump low. It is a slow road to recovery. People have it will be very slow. You know, because they're going on Pastor Google. Look right now, people are saying, open up the economy, open up the economy. But the rates in reaching to a standard that you could say yes. If you understand, you're still getting 400, again 200, again 400, again, if you was showing you, the figures are up and down slide. You must bring it to a level which part you could say yes, everything is in control, the isolation going good, the quarantine going good, contact tracing going good. If you was showing you now, everything is vaccine going good. If you understand what I'm saying, everything's supposed to be on a roll before you could really say the economy being opened back up as how people would like to see it. But I know it's a slow road to recovery, and if people are not patient, let them jump off.
Thank you. And that's the reality. You see, Americans, very much call it Americans. Let me tell you why Americans are so patriotic and the way they, because their government will print money to make them happy, you know. That's the reality, you know. If their government had to print money to make them happy, their government will do it. Our government don't have the ability to print nothing. The only resources we have is us. And I will say it again. The only resources we have is us. And we, as a country, have to come together and realize that, all right, this is the recovery. This is what we're going to work with. This is how we could tweak it. This is what we could do to, as the caller said, use everybody from all different spheres of life to get this thing jump start. Then we need to do it. Because I could pray how much I want. I could sing, play gospel music here how much I want. I could. That is not, I'm being real, you know. That is not enough to bring people to a place of hope, you know. Let me tell you something. If I'm a pastor, and I pastoring for 20 years, and I don't have a church building, the members and them, they can't call me for food. And what are you following me for? Let's be real. Anyway, let me hush and let the callers and them talk. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Hey.
It's a serious discussion you're having here today, you know. Because it have people in the home thinking, right? After this pandemic is over, what they're going to do, you know. So discussion has to take place from now, you know.
Of course.
Pastor Google, I was listening, right? What Dr. Rowley, but as the guy say, you have to have a PR system every 2 weeks, not every month, huh? Every 2 weeks, because, Pastor Google, you know media. The media is something to catch people. I remember you had a program, I can't remember the exact discussion with Malcolm X and the media.
Yes.
You have to use that media to catch the people's mind. And you have to keep it there. The discussion is, once you get the construction industry back out, right? That is a driver of an economy, right? The construction industry. So you see in the direction he's heading. We could see it, but it has to be discussed that what he is doing, he's trying to drive the economy. And I hear this one from Tobago, Martin George. Pastor Google, let me tell you something. You know, it has some real deceivers in this country. I hear this fella talking on Channel 5 about Sanders to Tobago for tourism to open it, trying to drive the economy. And he talking about Sanders, if they had Sanders there. When Sanders was coming to Tobago, what you could say? They don't want no Sanders. And them fellas in Tobago sit down and they let tourism go down the drain. You know, you're talking about this. So Dr. Rowley now is opening up. But what he need to do, he need to get PR people out there and let them know what is the recovery plan. As they say, it was discussed in Parliament, right? That he planned it. But not everybody is listening to Parliament channel. Put people on 91.9, sending people and let them talk about the recovery program. Because look at the agriculture sector. I think that's a good diversion. Pastor Google, this is a good time to try and diverse the economy under this pandemic. Because it will take a number of years for us to fully recover. So you're going one time into diversion. Pastor Google, there's a heavy program you have, and this program has to be continued on a regular basis.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon.
Hi, good
I want to thank you for calling out certain people, because your radio station, from early in the morning with Sharon and if I was in government, I would have been pumping the money on your station. And there are certain people who must know who their friends are and who really want to seek the best interests of Trinidad and Tobago. No highfalutin nothing. I want to deal with the grassroots, the small man, and I'm pumping my money in 91.9 station. And then you have the others coming up the line. And let me tell you about this picking apples in Canada. I know of people who went up there. Let me tell you, they painted a nice picture, but the living conditions, not so rosy. When you get up there, because remember, you have to stay it out, because you already signed contract, you don't know where to go, and you are going to be kept there. It comes like picking cotton. You remember the slaves who used to go and pick cotton?
Of course.
For the white man?
Yes.
What is the difference? One was picking cotton and one picking... Because, you see, when people don't know better, boy, the unsuspecting people out there, oh, my God, my heart is breaking people will perish. You understand? They don't have a clue. They paint a rosy picture when you get up there, because it's not just Trinidadians alone. And as people tell me, it's Jamaicans and all kinds of people. They put all it together, huddle it to like sharks. You understand? And you have to sometimes fight up with the Jamaicans and all kinds of things. It's not nice. And here it is. We have a government who is putting out great incentive to the young people to get involved with agriculture. Stay right in your home and build your home. And as I rightly said, bring out the roadmap to recovery, which you had all the fine minds coming together, pulling, what they call a think tank, pulling the ideas to get people working right here with dignity.
Yes.
You want to Canada, eh? One was picking cotton, they go to pick apples. There are people who went up there and they will tell you, some of them say they ain't going back and they're back here and went in to painting and to landscaping and all kind of things. That's what who's come and do like things for me. But I know all that, I know Shakespeare tells us, all that glitters is gold.
Yes.
All that glitters is not gold. Or you see going to be rosy up there. And you will have to meet up with all kind of other people. So come on. So I want to pump my money in 91.9. I want to tell the government, know who your friends are, and the people are going to seek the best interests. Bring all the from Sharon, come up to yours, right up, 91.9, pointed the way. And as I will always say, a heart for the nation is on 91.9.
Thank you very much.
Your and my duty as men, as human beings. It's our duty to our people to organize ourselves and let the government know that if they don't stop that Klan, we'll stop it ourselves. And then you'll see the government start doing something about it. But don't ever think that they're going to do it just on some kind of morality basis. No. Vigorous action in self-defense. And that vigorous action, we feel, we're justified in initiating by any means necessary. And when
Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pastor Google, you're preaching today. Your wife is teaching you well. At least you're taking training. Tell her I say hello. Don't come down in the west. I will leave it there.
Oh man, Trinidad and Tobago, my time is gone, and I have to make my way to the water taxi. But I want to say this to you, Trinidad and Tobago. Someone sent a message on WhatsApp, and they said to me, the Prime Minister said that he will start talking about the road map to recovery this weekend. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Texa. And I look forward to hearing the Prime Minister talking about it this weekend. And I will have my pen and paper or my phone or recorder ready to tape. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Oh, Lord.
Who called that one I go to Mr. Leave It right there?
Yeah.
They tell you about who come down in the what? The west? He need a purge. That's Mr. Leave It right there. He on me, but he really don't know me. You understand me, Pastor? If you know why he just 50 feet far from me, have a good one, Pastor Google.
All right, mommy. All right. I can take one more call or two more calls before I leave. What is your view? All right. I think I had a good program today. Constructive Talk. I think I did talk constructive today. I don't know.
You're my duty as men.
Some people may not have appreciated what I had to say, but I had to say it anyway. Because the reality of it is that, come on, Trinidad and Tobago, we right now, somebody saying on YouTube, Pastor, let this man leave your wife out of his mouth. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Is this Pastor Google program?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm calling in to what he was saying this morning.
Uh-huh.
Pastor Google, I'm a first-time caller.
Call, you have to be really quick. Time going on me.
Yes, and all I'm saying is that you are right in what you are saying, but I just want people to remember that Trinidadians, including myself, sometimes we don't listen. We tend to listen to all the noise that's coming from the outside, which will be fake news or distraction.
Yes.
And if we listen to one thing at a time, one thing at a time, and the government will always make mistakes.
All right.
But listen to one thing at a time, and we will get there.
All right.
Just a little patience.
Thank you very much. Shannon, to be here, we'll have to leave it. Thanks to the callers. Thanks to everyone who have been here. Talk to you all on Monday. Please, God. Please be safe. Stay inside, sanitize, wear your mask, social distance.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
And remember, curfew starting at 7 o'clock tonight. So if you didn't remember, I'm reminding you now, curfew starting at 7.
One time. Hey! We come to the enemy now. Take it. And if your hands are anointed, and if your feet are anointed,